welcome to
Grab Life by the Horns.
Powered by Legacy Builders Global, and we are Jennifer Pecan and
Jan-Mark Pecan.
Welcome to a new episode of Grab Life by the Horns, and today we are talking about walk the talk. And funny enough, when we saw the topic of today, we had to laugh because it's a summary of our last week. So today is Saturday.
Very true.
And it's our summary of our last week. And let's see what's behind it and how you can use this topic and to realize if you do the things which are bringing you to your goal or not.
Exactly, because in life there comes a time when it's time to shut up and put up, as the Americans would say, or in poker it's all in. And there are a lot of talk is cheap. A lot of people, I know it's all platitude and stuff like this and phrases, but a lot of people, they talk all day long, what they want to do, how they want to do it, what goals they have in life. But when you ask them, what did you do yesterday, the day before, the last month, the last year, or the last decade, if you want, in order to get to that goal, very few people can show results.
And if you and I just want to point this out, this is for everybody. If you are looking for a job, if you are looking for partnerships, if you are looking for partnerships in both directions, if you're looking for employees, or if you just want to have clients, this is the point. Everybody wants to see what you already did. If you have an interview and you apply for a job and they ask you, what did you do the last years? You have to come up and you have to show your results. Bottom line, life is result orientated, okay? And the people who really want to live like that, they don't care about salary as well, because they want to get paid by their results, because the payment is way higher than if you get a normal salary day by day or month by month. Because if you get a salary, it's most of the time it's not result orientated. What makes you, I don't want to say what makes you rich, but what is the advantage to work result orientated is that you get a higher payment, and it's not only about money. I want to share with you the example of Xenia, and a lot of you know already Xenia as our partner, and she is our VP for client satisfaction and for our partners Peak Performance. And she is an amazing woman. And just yesterday, she jumped on Instagram and shared with her audience that she is already almost living the life she wants to live. And that's it. It has nothing to do with money if you live the life you want. Okay? So the thing is, what are you doing to make things happen? And in the first step, it has nothing to do with money. And you just need to find a way, what can you change in your life to make this happen? Is it a move? Do you have to maybe to leave the place where you're currently in? And I can tell you, the big results and the most effective results are coming when you do something which you are unsure, you don't know really in which direction it goes when you go this step. You just know that the worst case, you can handle the worst case, but the more unsure and the more scared you are to do the next step, the bigger is the result in a positive way and affects your life.
Very true. And this is something that our coach JT told us a while ago, but it took us a long time to understand and fully grasp the impact of it. Is don't watch what people are saying, but watch what they are doing. And it sounds logic, but actually we listen much more as humans to what people are saying and how they are saying all the nice things that you may want to hear, because we're all humans. We all want to hear those nice things, what people can achieve for us and how they can help us and who they know and like their network, and like they have so many amazing rich friends, and like they can, in our case, they can get us investors and partners. And to be honest, all the people that like told us about that, most of them never delivered. Never.
Yeah.
There are very few exceptions that brag about who they know and then deliver. Usually it's the quiet ones. They will not tell you at the first sight. They might tell you if you know them longer, if they trust you, who they know, but they will not tell you when you meet them at the networking who they are friends with and that all their friends are rich and that they can get them to invest in whatever. And this is really the point. Is I think it took us about almost 2 years actually to not understand it, because I mean it's simple to understand.
You have some things you have to experience that to understand, to really understand what's this. It's a different thing when you listen to somebody and you understand the words and you can imagine the consequences, but when you make the experience by yourself, then you really understand. It's a deeper understanding. And this is what we realized the last 2 weeks.
Yes,
2 years.
But it's also, it has to do with self-confidence.
Yes.
Because especially, I mean, we're even though we had very successful careers, but we started really our own business and like calling it a business and not being self-employed and scaling it up like 3 years ago. Okay, so in 2017, and this is the thing is, when you start with that and start in this new entrepreneurial world and you meet new people that are on the same endeavor, you might have in that specific field, I'm talking about that specific field, not as much self-confidence as you would have in your job, or as Jennifer had as an appraiser, because she knew exactly what to do and how to do it. And for me in my corporate job, I knew exactly how a service organization works. I knew exactly how to build a team, but it's different. And so you are more attracted by the talkers than by the doers, because the doers usually you don't see them. It's like kind of they always remember us on ourselves, because you for ourselves you don't really see what's going on like all behind, that we are working sometimes 20-hour days, that we try to organize as efficient, that we're disciplined, that even if we have bad days, we show up, we get the results, because at the end it's that level that brings you forward. And this is why in the beginning, especially in the beginning, you are always flocking to the ones that have like all the nice talks, all the nice watches. They look apart, they act apart, but there's very little behind. I'm not saying with all of them, okay? I'm saying it's one of the telltale signs for us. And nowadays we are watching much closer what people are doing. I mean, social media is a great thing. You can see how often people are on vacation or what they put on their social media, and
what their focus is,
and what their focus is, what their values are. It's like to be honest, like in the Cold War, the CIA and the KGB, they would have dreamed that people put that much information into central databases, because they were thinking how to get that information, and it took them really a lot of agents and a lot of creativity to gather that intel, and today we're putting it all out there, and you can use it to vet people. And you can also use it to, for example, if you apply for a job, which many of us do, you can use that with colleagues. You can reach out to to co-workers or to people that have maybe left the company half a year ago or so. You can reach out to them and you can ask them, hey, how was it really? Like, because to be honest, I mean, every company in the interview, they will give you all the marketing and all the good stuff. They will not tell you about like the challenges, the bad stuff, or things like that. If you want to know that, then use social media, because those people they are a great source of intel.
Yeah, and I want to give you as well, like 2 different examples, and as well. And but first of all, like is we talked about already, like what type of people you should let into your inner circle, and
Yep.
you should spend time with. Okay, because the problem is the shiny people and the talkers. Let's say the talkers.
Yep.
And not the walkers. they cost you a lot of energy as soon they stop. So a lot of people are really motivated and tell you what they can do, like dear Marg already said, and they're really motivated, and you have the feeling, yes, okay, this is the person I know to really, to get things done and all the things like that. But if something's happened in their life, they stop everything, and you start basically from scratch. And this is where you lose the energy, and where you get frustrated, and where you lose really valuable time and money as well. And this is why it's so dangerous to let these people in your life. You need to understand that you have to have these people in your life which are motivated, but constantly motivated. You cannot hop on, hop off. This is not like
The hop on, hop off bus.
yeah, that's true. But it's not. This is not the way how life works. It's not only about entrepreneurship. It's not the way how life works, because you want to have a stable environment. And for example, like Jan Mark said already, the quiet people, they show consistency, and they show that they work and they're willing to work. And another great example of our company is Sharon. She is our assistant, and now we are creating with her together another company and establish another company with her, because like I never met a person who is like so committed and constant, like when she, in the beginning when we had, and she's our VA, so she lives in the Philippines, and she is really an amazing woman, mother, wife, and it took me a while to find out what's really behind this person, but she showed up every day, and the results were just there. And one of the things what really impresses me in the beginning, when she said, well, it took me forever to upload this video on Facebook, like at 4 a.m. in the morning, and she did it. And it was not that most important thing to do. It was just like, oh God, why you did not tell me yet? You had to go to bed, of course. Like it was not that important. But she's never complaining. She just do the things. And even now, for when we established the company, when she get request to put out something, and she has to get up at 3 a.m., she's doing that without complaining. And this is what you never see with people. Nobody is talking about that. The most people who are like what?
I have to laugh, because there are a lot of people that talk about that they get up at 4 a.m. and 3 a.m.
That's true.
But they do it maybe 2 times.
That's true.
The first and the last.
That's true. And like this is when we started, there are so many people who showed up on stage and present themselves, and they are really, really good sellers of themselves. But when you look behind the surface, you see basically there's just air. So they are just, they can present themselves and they can sell themselves, but if it's really come to please deliver something, then you never get something delivered.
Yeah.
And this is the difference.
But you made a really great point on. I know, as always.
Every time you get a compliment, thank you so much.
But on the stopping and the energy, and you have to think like life, if business, your career, your private life, your relationship with your significant other, with your kids, whatever it is, everything is built on momentum.
Yep.
As if you want to grow personally, your bank account, your finances, if you want to have a deeper relationship with your partner, with your kids, it's all built on the little steps every single day that lead to the breakthrough. Is what people see is they see the breakthrough and the result, and they think there has to be this magic, and then there is a breakthrough.
The overnight success. It took me 20 years to have the overnight success.
To be the overnight success.
Yeah.
And is if you look behind the scenes on all the important and successful people that made it like to the very top, I mean on all the billionaires, you can usually get a lot of data, and you see that it took them years when nobody recognized what they are doing in order to get to this overnight success and fame and whatever they have now. And the problem with the talkers is exactly they kill your momentum, because what you do is you dedicate energy and time to them, and energy is something you can get back, because if you get up the next day, it's gonna be you are usually rested and have new energy and can burn it all again, because if you go to bed again next day, you're gonna have energy again. But time you can't get back. Time is the one thing in life that you can never get back. It's that simple. It's like you lose money, fine, doesn't matter. 100,000, 10,000. If you have to file for bankruptcy, whatever the hardship is, you can always recover. There's always a way to come out of that, to recover. It might take time, yes, but there's a way to recover. If you lost 3 weeks because somebody talked you into something and you dedicated the time to it, that time is gone, and it stifles the growth of you personally or your company. Because what could you have done in that 3 weeks different that would have moved your life further? And that is the point where you have to be a little bit egoistic.
And this is what we learned this week again. And every time when you are learning this on different levels, on different steps. Because now when you hear this the first time, or you listen to this like over and over again, and you understand the words and it makes all sense to you, this is one thing. And then it happens one time to you and you remember these words and say, well, that's right, next time I do differently. And you slowly start going in this direction. But the more you get this experience, the more strict you are with your time. And there's one point you just realize, I will not put it there, but I did it again, and now it's enough. Now I really deeply understand that meaning, and I need to be strict. And then you have the self-confidence, because this comes when your self-confidence is high enough, and the understanding how it belongs together is high enough. Then you are really strict with your time. And this is when you see in corporates, like the big bosses, they protect their time so much because they cannot afford to get interrupted and distracted. They have to focus all the time, and this has as well something to do with self-development, with mindset, and this is a learning process. And we had a big learning process this week exactly on this time, and we already implemented right away, and I just can tell you, like, train that. That's all training things, and don't get like let yourself like get how you say distracted or like
derailed.
Yeah, from people who are showing up like the stars. They're doing everything, and really try to look behind the scenes, because you will see, like, if people, there's another example our coach gave us. Like he said, he was in a situation that he wanted to ask another contact if they want to partner up, and he said no. I said, well, why no? Because I saw you how you attend a seminar, and you did not write any word in your notebook. You were just listening and did not write it down. So they observe, and even if you think it's a normal conversation, or you're going to a restaurant and drink coffee, or you eat something, the people observe you, how you act, what you are doing.
Yep.
Step by step. And might not be really conscious all the time, but when it comes to a question or when a doubt comes in, then you recap all the situations where you're in with this person and you remember. And what stays and what sticks is not, of course, what you say as well, but if it's not aligned with what you are doing, then you are out. And that's the problem.
Yeah, and this is this is the thing, is when you walk the talk, it means you will produce results. At one point, it might take you a while, but you will produce results, because the thing is, this action, the consistency, the hustle, however, I don't like the word hustle, but this, like, putting it in every single day and doing the work every single day will lead to a result at the end, because there is no way that, sorry, apparently there is some construction going on again. And so the thankfully, yeah, but it's like, look at it this way. Construction is a good point. If you construct a skyscraper, it means that you will first of all dig a very, very deep hole for the foundation. It's not built on a 6-inch concrete slab. So you will not see results immediately. Like, you don't see the skyscraper going up like a week after they break ground, because first of all they dig and they dig and they dig, and then they have to start with like all of the foundation work and drilling and all of this, and when they reach the ground, then it really breaks through. And this is the thing we are always comparing ourselves to, is we are building a financial skyscraper, and we are still in the foundation stage, is what we're saying. And as we're not there, we're not building the stories. You can see the daylight, but it's not. You can
see our heads from time to time.
Yeah, from time to time now we're able to look out of this big hole, and you see the heads, and they are jumping up and down as we're trying to look what the hell is going on the outside. But at the end, we don't care, because we are busy showing up every single day to create the life we want to live. And that's the point, is do you like your life? Do you like your lifestyle?
Yeah.
Do you like the people you're surrounded with? If not, then walk the talk and change it. But especially when it comes to, that's a good point, especially when it comes to cutting out negative people out of your life, a lot of people talk about it. Yes, I've heard that, and I'm gonna do this tomorrow, and they don't do it, because this is one of the most painful things, if it's in your inner circle, family, or like long-term friends, to do. And that means that you have to go through tremendous pain temporarily in order to do it. And this is where a lot of the people are struggling with, and a lot of the people usually shy away from, and just talk about, I know that, I heard it from Tony Robbins, I heard it from whoever, because all the people talk about it. I mean, it's like, look at the Instagram pages of all the successful people that are trying to help other people. It's like, one of the things they say is, don't listen to the advice of people that are not going into the same direction than you are, or that are not where you want to be. And still, people talk about it, but they don't do it.
I just realized it has to sound, for somebody who's trying to build a new life, really really exhausting to do this. And this is exactly why you have to know your why you're doing this, what you really want from life. And it does not. It's not that we have a lot of fun in our life.
Yeah.
And
yesterday evening.
Exactly, and this is. But we built this. So when we decided to move to Cyprus because of one thing of that was because to cut our living costs, our our monthly cost as well. And because we could, even if we pay the same, we have a different lifestyle here, because now we have a housemate full time. And Felix loves her so much that he said, like when Jan Mark picked him up from kindergarten, well, I want you that you go out for dinner tonight and work, because I want to be alone with her. Just come on time that you can bring me to bed. And he is 3 years old. So we were really surprised, and I was in the call when he came home, and when I opened the door, then I was like, both men like jumped on me and said, well, we have to go. And my son, like, he really pushed me out of the door. I could just go to the bathroom really quick, and I was allowed to go to the bathroom really quick, put on my shoes, and then I was out of the room. Like, I was totally distracted. And then we went for dinner, and now we have this time, like, of course we have, when we have dinner at home, like, it's the same time, but dinner at home and taking care of and raising as well, like we are still raising Felix, during dinner as well, it's more exhausting than if you go out for dinner and enjoy time with your partner and just talk about the things and relax. It's another stage of relaxing. So basically it's the same time we have, but the time we have for relaxing stage, we relax faster, we recharge faster now, because we have less things to do. So we created our life. But what's the other side? The other side is as well that we took the risk to come here. Like, we moved here in the middle of Corona. Yeah, most people thought we are still in Germany, and we did not do the move to come here. I always ask myself why we should not do it, because the flights were booked. But and for me it was like, I don't understand the question when I get the question, are you already in Cyprus because we have Corona? Yes, because like the flights were booked. So yeah, of course we had a delay, but for 5 days. But but you have the whole thing prepared
to talk.
Yeah, and we prepared like for 1.5 years to take this flight. How you cannot take this flight to go there because of a virus? Why? I don't understand. So, and on the other side as well, of course, I don't see my friends so regularly, but I didn't before this as well, because we had our heads anyway in the hole to dig the hole for the skyscraper. And we have, like, what is really painful for me right now is that my mom is not here to cover our back a little bit with Felix, what she did before. So I really miss her, especially on that point as well, because you can feel the difference. Really, because it makes a huge difference for us that she's not here in this way. But it's a short period of time, because she's coming in April, and of course I miss her. But if it's only for me, we are fine with calling each other and see us from time to time. But really for the support that we can grow faster, and we made her financially independent as well. So but it's not visible for everybody, and it's okay. We don't need to have that.
No, but it's what is funny is that we are starting, and I'm saying starting, to attract more and more the right people into our life.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is, first of all, is because we talked about how to get confident, and this is like what we spend a lot of time on, and our confidence really was raised in the last couple of years. But on the other hand, it's people see that we are really doing what we're saying. If we say we're going to do it, we're going to do it. And if it's painful, yes. If we have to find another solution with the family, if we have to bring Felix to a business meeting, if only one of us can go, whatever the result or the hardship might be, the downside, we are willing to take it in order to move it forward in certain aspects of our life. And people talk behind your back anyway, so you might want to give them a good reason to do so. And one of the good reasons we're giving them is when people ask other people that have worked with us over a longer period of time, they will say, you know what, they do what they say they're gonna do, and they deliver the results they say
No matter what.
No matter what, and I could always rely on them. That's basically what most of the people say about us, and it's a great thing, because I mean, people vet you. They verify the information. They are trying to understand you before they do business with you, because people do business with people they like and trust. It's that simple. And for us, it's less and less a problem to find the right people, because we are more confident and we know what we want, and we most of all know what we don't want. And it took a while to figure it out, so you have to be patient, you have to give yourself the time. And you know, we had an agent program and a training for people for 90 days in March. It started in March and finished in June, and we taught our partners in Germany. The reason why we're doing this is in order so you don't waste your time with the talkers, and we weed out the talkers and we get the doers. And funny enough is this week has just shown us again that we have to be also aware of that, and we're not above anybody. I mean, you will make that thing on a different level every single time, and it's you don't have to feel ashamed of this. You just have to learn every single time. And what helps is you become much faster aware of where this is going and aware of the situation, and you get much faster protective with your own time and your energy.
And the current example as well is that we are sitting here again in our second living room in the restaurant, where we are in our complex, and as you can hear in the background, the noise. Why? Because at the moment we are living in a 3-room apartment, and our housemate and Felix is there, and Felix needs his space to play, and we cannot throw him out for a whole day out of the apartment with the housemate. Yeah. So we are going. So we could do as well, just go out and have some fun, lay on the beach. But we are sitting here in our second living room and have as well the noise behind of the construction sounds and the restaurant as well, what you might hear now. But and it would be an amazing excuse not to do the podcast now. Because I'm sure that a lot of people say, well, all the background noise. Well, then don't listen to that, because what's here, the most important thing is that we deliver the content which is helping you to live the life you want, and we don't care if we have background noise, as soon as you can understand us what we are doing.
Yeah, and you want, but this is like background noise is all around you all the time, and it's all the people that say, well, right now is not the right time, this is not good, blah blah blah, so it's not going to work, has never worked, whatever it is. You have to make sure that you don't listen to that. You have to make sure that you are actually doing what you want to do, because you have I read a quote, I think it was from Damon Jones, I don't remember who put it up, but it was, stop thinking that you live twice, because you don't. Maybe we do, we don't know. At least our conscious doesn't live twice, because you are getting more or less erased when you die. So stop acting like your life's gonna last forever. If you want to have the change in the life, you have to create that change, and that change gets started with you, yes, for sure, but you walking the talk. Stop talking about what you want to have, start acting like you want to have it.
And if you have no idea how to do it, and this is the last thing we share here now, because we are already the 30 minutes are already over.
Yep.
So if you have no idea how to start and where to start and all the things like that, please reach out to us that we can help you and that we can show you a way which fits for you. We have an amazing team, and it depends on what you're doing and what you want. We can help you in this situation as well. With that, we'll leave you for today and for this week. Start walking.
Exactly. Thanks for tuning in, and we hear us next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Do you want to get paid? Introducing Legacy Builders Global, where everybody gets paid. We don't create investors. We create legacy builders. Legacy Builders Global. Visit us at www.legacybuildersglobal.com.